We're at the house faces west, so this is the northwest corner of the house. The rain gutter discharges directly onto the ground out here. This is the north side of the formal dining area, and we've got negative drainage along here, and then we've got a surface drain that's been installed to collect water. I don't know where it goes exactly, but we have it. We've got some overhang up here, but not a lot. It is GFCI, but should have an in-use cover. Some people think they look like bubbles or helmets. That way you can plug something in here and close this, and it's still protected from the weather, so you can run your Christmas lights or whatever. This rain gutter, like the other one, it's too close to the end. These rain gutters are pretty much shot. You can see all the staining on them. Water, they haven't been doing their job. Water's been overflowing here. And you can see the soffit, you can see the water damage right here behind the rain gutter. See that? See the rain damage to the rain gutter right there. See that? Okay, we're working our way around counterclockwise. I generally try to do that. Got negative drainage over here, and no provisions. Water's just collecting. It's collecting right in here. Looks like we got high soil conditions as well. We got an exterior water faucet over here that's supported with it's supported, huh? Now these faucets, I've seen 3 so far. We'll visit the others, but they do not have vacuum breakers. Negative drainage all along the north side of the house, and we've got all this storage next to the house. That's conducive to wood destroying insects, conducive to termites. We don't want that, and we got it. This shed was installed too close to the house. Brick is porous; it's supposed to breathe, so that's going to keep ventilation and sunshine from helping you. Coming along here, we got some nice soffit damage. Not nice, but it's a good example. Along here, we still have negative drainage towards the house. Foliage next to the house that's conducive to wood destroying insects. The deck, wood to ground contact, conducive to wood destroying insects. Deck has been painted. Deck has insufficient ventilation underneath it, and it's been painted. So what we're doing is we're encapsulating all this wood. And you see the paint's peeling off of it. Now, it's okay to stain these things so that way the wood can breathe and dry. But basically, by painting this, you've just created a Tupperware top on top of this, and the wood won't dry out like it's supposed to. The wood's going to rot faster than you would expect it to. It's just the wrong thing to do. So the deck has wood to ground contact, insufficient ventilation, and it's been painted. Tree shouldn't be closer than 25 feet to a structure. I know it's a nice old tree. I know that you want it, and I could never talk my wife into getting rid of it. But that's what it is. Coming on along, we're starting to get some. It's been high soil all around here. So now we're coming along. We're starting to see some foundation perimeter. I checked that earlier, but it doesn't have vacuum breakers. Foliage. This is where the gas comes into the house. So the east side of the front door there. That means we're probably going to find the gas meter out here. That's in the back of my head. Oh, here it is. It's inside the fence. It's high enough off the ground. There's the hole in the fence for the, but they do them electronically now. The deck's starting to come up off the ground around here. That's a little better. This step is higher than 7 3/4 inches. And you can turn the gas off at the meter, or you can turn it right off where it enters the home. Coming on along. These windows have been replaced. These are double pane vinyl frame windows. Looks like that's not fogging. It looks like it's the UV film is giving it up right there. The windows have UV film to make them more efficient. Coming on along, there's a clothes dryer vent right there. And we saw one on the roof, and that wood next to the house should leave, and all this debris should be cleaned out. And lawn sprinkler heads should not be closer than 12 inches to a structure. And these vents for the crawl space, they should not be covered. And there's a door to the interior. This is an exterior door. It's installed inside out. The pintles, some people call them pins. The real name is pintles. Trivia for today. Some of it. Okay, they're exposed, so somebody could just whack these out and pull the door out. It's not very likely. They're likely going to kick the front door in. It's quicker than sitting here going tap, tap, tap. But it's possible, and that's why. It also means that the threshold is installed backwards, so the threshold doesn't keep water from coming into the structure. And then we've got a dog door right there. So it's okay if you got a dog. If you don't have a dog, you got a hole in your door. These sliding doors have been replaced. Sliding doors have all been replaced. Can't really see what's going on with the flat work here because the carpet's been installed. We're getting text. I know every little thing about you. Okay. My spy or attack your phone and record your video clip while you were... Well, that sounds horrible. I didn't know they could do those kinds of things. So, coming along here, these are the original sliding glass doors, and they're single pane. Those were replaced. So this is the west, facing west. So this is the south wall. So you're going to get some good radiant's going to come in here and hit it. Coming along here, we just see some water coming off of your roof. Roof. This is what we're looking at over here. I guess I could wait till I got there. But just in case I forget, that's the second soffit vent. These flat roofs, sometimes they don't have any soffit vents, or very few at all. I have a flat roof. I've got like 4 on one wall. The roofer tells me that we have special vents, which I did not see on the roof now that I'm thinking about it. But we've got special vents that only exhaust, and those vents are installed on your roof coverings with homes with flat roofs. We'll just do something here. They got a little dog in there. Hope I remember to take that away. This is the condensing unit for your air conditioning system. You see that foam? It was okay 15 years ago. It was. But in 2015, the codes changed so that that's supposed to be rigid instead of soft, because animals can chew on this right there, get into the moisture. The sun can hurt it. And then again, in here, you've got what's called Schrader valves. Refrigerant service ports. And Schrader valves are like car inner tube valves and service ports. And those caps, in 2015, they were required to be anti-theft Schrader valve caps. To keep people from stealing the refrigerant, keep kids from huffing it. Your coils are dirty. It needs to be cleaned. This unit is not level. We do not have a rain diverter over the unit, so stuff comes in, falls down on top of it, rain pours on top of it. You can see that. So it'll shorten the life of it. However, this unit's 15 years old, and at 15 years, it's already done everything you'd expect it to do. So, and there it is. There's the manufacturer data plate, 2005. We're 2020 now. It's refrigerant R22. All right, it's a 5-ton unit, 60 divided by 12. R22. They no longer make R22 in the United States, and it can't be imported to the United States. They have R22 in inventory. You can buy it. It's very expensive. Very expensive. There's one replacement, they call it drop-in refrigerant, that actually claims that it's better than R22, but I know nothing about it. The replacement refrigerants that I know about run from 15 to 30% less efficient than this unit, which was in 2005. So it's we're probably looking at a SEER 12 here, maybe less. I'll look that up. And then you drop it. Long story short, most every technician that comes here and sees this is going to want to sell you an update. They want to sell you an upgrade. That's just what they're going to do, and rightfully so, I believe. I've got an older system. I know that when it goes kaput, it's getting replaced because I have R22. And if you do have another technician come in here and put a drop-in substitute refrigerant in here, what's going to happen is that anybody that follows him is not going to work on your system, and they're still going to try and sell you an update. So the prudent thing to do would be to go ahead and replace it when it fails. If it's operating, we're going to find out. We're going to find out if it's operating or not. But if this thing fails, the wisest thing need to be happening, and you need to budget for, is a complete cooling system replacement, maybe complete HVAC system, depending on what we find inside. This is the electric service disconnect right there. So we were here, and we'll just come over here. Put you back. Covers need to be replaced. Trees are too close. I didn't forget to tell you about it. I didn't notice this when I was the first time I was over here. It looks like we had a little repair right here. A little soffit repair, probably with some water. Is anyone going to catch it? Is that it? Yeah, there's it. We talked about this on the roof. This is your electric service drop coming in. That's the weather mast. It doesn't extend 6 feet over a flat roof. And since it's on the edge, you might get away with 3 feet. The electrician will tell you that. When we come over here and all the insulation is torn and compromised, the electric meter should be sealed. More double pane windows. So we got a variety of windows here. Moving on along. Now this rain gutter, he's pretty well taken care of. He's got this big old surface drain right there. So that's kind of nice. Did I mention this? There's your crooked condensing unit. See it from another angle. Disconnect box needs to be sealed. That step right there where that brick is. Okay, that step is higher than 7 3/4 inches. Wood next to, you just don't stack wood next to your house. I mean, you do. He did. Garage door, metal overhead door. Okay. It's buckling a little bit. It doesn't fit in this casement stop. That's what that's called, the casement stop. And it looks like here they had to cut it out. Cut it out a little bit so that it'll work right. And the casement's not supposed to be closer. That close is not supposed to be in direct contact. The vertical door casement's not supposed to be in direct contact with the cement. Water can wick up. Obviously it has been. They've been repairing it right in there. The water can wick up in there and shortens the life. What is this house? 1964, 1960. So it's been doing okay so far. And home inspections honestly are mostly performance based. We've got bushes next to the house. All these bushes next to the house. We're coming up to the front porch. Now be careful with this front porch because a tile's been installed, and it's a ceramic tile. It's nice and smooth. When this gets wet, it's going to be nice and slippery. And right here, can you see the discoloration? And right there, there should be kick-out flashing up there because you can see where the water's been draining down the wall. Then on the front doors, okay, they've got some paint and weathering around the roof. That right there is a valve for the lawn sprinkler system. This is the control wires for the lawn sprinkler system. What I have not found is a check valve, a backflow prevention device for the lawn sprinkler system. I haven't seen one of those. So we got a little bit of level grading and drainage across here. And another thing I haven't seen is a main water shutoff valve for the water supply system. Now this valve here, I guess it's for water, but it looks more like a gas valve to me. And we've got just a little under 80 psi. Just a little under 80. And the code is between 40 and 80. So you're right at the top side, but you've got enough. And again, bushes. Got soffit damage over here. More soffit damage. This is going to be interesting. My reference is for composition shingle roofs. But this metal right coming across here, that's edge flashing. Sometimes it's rake, sometimes it's drip. This is a flat roof, it's all drip. Okay, but it's not supposed to lap less than 10 inches on a composition shingle roof. Now, unlike most composition shingle roofs that I inspect, these butt ends have fasteners in them. And the fastener and the different style and the width of the edge flashing, that same requirement may not be in effect. My house has the short laps too. That being said, I wasn't aware of that requirement when my roof was installed by a bunch of drunks. But that's not this house. Take that away. Just don't listen to me. The water's pouring over the drip edge here. Single pane glass. High soil. The lawn sprinkler heads, the line is exposed. It's supposed to be below the freeze line. We really don't have a freeze line here, but it's supposed to be 4-6 inches deep. It's not supposed to be exposed like that. More high soil. Sprinkler head too close. This is your fireplace clean out. More high soil. Here's your fireplace clean out. Clean me! So, I gotta come back and mess with that as soon as I hang up. This is the lawn spring. Water's overflowing. And that's your weather sensor right there. The weather sensor for your lawn sprinkler system. So you have that. You got a timer, you got a weather sensor, you just don't have I cannot locate. Doesn't appear to have a vacuum breaker. Backflow prevention device. We're still going? Yeah. Almost turned you off accidentally. Coming on along. That's a real good home inspector truck there. Coming in the parkway in front of the home. Front of the house. This is the parkway. This is your water meter. So for the time being, there's your main shutoff valve right there. If that's parallel with the pipe, it's on. If it's perpendicular with the pipe, it's off. And then inside here, the meter face on the left, there's a little triangle, a little red triangle. That's a flow indicator. Some people call them cheater wheels or cheater paddles. But if that's moving, water's moving into the structure. Water's coming into your house. And so if water's coming into your house, you've got a leak somewhere. If you can't see the leak or find the leak, if it's not a toilet flapper or something, then it's someplace you can't see. So you got a high water bill, you might want to come out and open up the meter and look at that. Now this box right here, it should be excavated so that you get your hands around the meter and your hands around the valve and service it. So all this is, it's sediment. It comes in. It happens to all these old homes. But it should be excavated so you can see the floor. And a good way to prevent this, and there's no requirement unless it's a lawn sprinkler, but a lawn sprinkler requirement is that the floor be lined with gravel. And that supposedly prevents this from happening.